relationship. When the minister and the representative of the diplomatic corps were taking turns to speak, I asked that mine comes much later for a reason. First of all, I want to take time with you. Telling you, expressing to you my feelings, understanding of many things. This is an opportunity I can't miss. Even added that I wanted it to come later when everybody has had something to eat. Just in case some of the things I will be saying may not go well with your appetite. But you will bear with me in any case. That's part of the lives some of us have to live. But you will bear with me in any case. Let me update you on some of the key issues. Regarding peace and security and politics and governance and in our region. One, in our relationship with each other and the globe as it is divided and so on and so forth. You see, there are people who, and maybe rightly so, it should be fun. People who talk about, a lot about values, interests, so that those must be fulfilled. I actually agree. We should all have certain values that guide us through whatever we do and over many years. But when you say that, what do you really mean? Do you mean values and interests for some and not for others? Or you mean values and interests that should apply to all of us, irrespective of where we come from? Now, if you have taken responsibility, talking about values, then I'm sure you mean that, and the first person to respect those values are those who emphasize them. But as we see things happening across the world, and I will not talk so much about other parts of the world, I confine myself to our part of the world, the region and continent. Then I also raise another question. Is there a moment where the values, where the interests people talk about become incompatible with the truth, with the facts, or with evidence? I don't think they need to be incompatible. It's actually possible to drive hard for values that you believe in, even mind so much your interests, but at the same time those could very easily be served by truth, evidence, facts, as you interact with other people and other parts of the world. Let me give some examples, and I had the opportunity recently to address journalists and bringing up questions that are important. On my mind, there is this problem we have in our region. There are many problems across the continent, but let me talk about our region. And I'm going to do that because Rwanda bears disproportionately a huge amount of burden relative to our responsibility in any wrongdoing, if at all. And again, it plays out like that, selectively, and on the basis of the disparities that are in the world, where evidence, facts, even what is right, don't really matter. What matters is what somebody must say, irrespective of whether what they are saying takes into consideration facts, evidence, or truth. You know, the problem we have in our region, in Eastern Congo, that has brought in so many countries to be part of it from our continent, but there have been even more countries from outside of our continent involved in one way or another, and unfortunately, many times the wrong way. And this wrong way, we are told, must be the one to prevail. Let me start with saying, if you want to really address a problem, there is no better way of doing that than bothering to look at and addressing the root cause of that problem. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. You just stick to the basics of facts, of evidence, of reality. You just don't come in because you're powerful and, the evidence is simple. We have heard the UN, the peacekeepers under the UN in that country for close to 3 decades. The continued presence for 3 decades, when they went there to address problems, means there are still problems to address, or that actually the first problems to address were not addressed. Otherwise, why would you stay in a place purportedly to address a problem, and you are there for close to 30 years? Normally you would come in, maybe it takes you 5 years, maybe it takes you 10, and you would exit because you would have addressed the problem that brought you. So, what are the returns for that investment? Of such a big force, under such a big body like UN, and so much money spent on that, what is the return on that investment? Other than continuing to have problems getting worse. That also shows, or maybe prove, this will prove